I use. Can't see that. Sculpt-a-mold. It's basically a cellulose, like toilet paper or tissue, done up with hydrocal. I don't think it's straight plaster of Paris. Anyway, they're crashed together pretty good. It works good. It's a nice mix. Super expensive up here, but my dad was really nice and brought me a big box up from the States one year. Oh, yeah. Nice to be able to take advantage of that, but you know, it'd be like once a year I could mail shit to you guys, and once a year I could get supplies. Just doesn't cut it, you know what I mean? So now we need a bucket to stir in. These yogurt containers work pretty good for that. Excellent, excellent. Like most stuff, add it to your water rather than the other way around. And what's a good ratio? 2-to-1 to start, maybe. You can cast with this stuff too, eh? You just have to mix it into a thinner slurry and let it dry overnight. Don't dump it in there so you get a big pile of dust like that. You see that?
Why don't you wear a dust mask? Particulate matter is very bad on your lungs.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, you get a gob of plaster-ish stuff in your den. Like I said, the mix ratio, you gotta kind of experiment with what works for you. And then the other thing is you can't piddle around, man. You gotta use it up, because it will harden on you. You know, it used to really miff me, man, because like I said, the stuff's a little expensive up here, eh? So, nothing worse than wasting this stuff. I used to go so sparingly with this, but man, down in the States, you guys can get like great big boxes of this shit, like 50-pound boxes. Man, can't get that up here. Holy cripe. Can't get that up here. I'd even ask the guys in town to bring it in, hey, and they look at me like I'm retarded. Friggin' ninnies. So, all you can do is shop with your dollars, and so consequently I don't shop there anymore. Yeah, it's too bad, but oh well. Service sells nowadays, eh? Like, I'm tired of being overcharged by freaking dicks that, you know. Anyways, I won't go there. I get ranting so easy nowadays, which is why I had started doing this update thing. Hey, it's just to clue you guys in that occasionally I do that this time of year. It'll get better. Okay, I'm putting this just around the outside, you know, sort of the floor, using some of it like, you know, rubble-ish type stuff. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, this pipe. So basically this is all I do, man. This is what I did on the inside too, is just run this around the outside a little bit, you know, fill in that void. Make it look, whoops, I'll try to hold this down so that you can see what the heck I'm doing, but I mean really this is all I'm doing, right? Trying to put some over the you know, the grain or the pattern in this wood stuff. And then you can add rubble on top of this after. Yeah, it would be nice to have a camera guy, wouldn't it? I know somebody who's into photography, but he's is and isn't, you know what I mean? He's really good at it, but has too high of a need for security to actually venture into it. You know, some things you just have to do on faith, eh? The rest of the stuff I'll just dry spreading out over top of this, just to break up that pattern. Now you can make this stuff too by just using plaster of Paris and mixing something into it, hey? Sand or dirt or sawdust, or run a bunch of toilet paper through your blender. I haven't tried that yet, but only because toilet paper is expensive too, eh? So once you factor in the costs of doing that, you know, a little bit for your labor and stuff, it's usually cheaper to buy it, even at an overcharged price. Okay, now we'll just let this thing dry. You can see, I'll go back here. Okay, and then that'll be ready for